Hey there everyone, today I will be explaining to you the guitar solo from the song We Are the Light by For All We Know. So For All We Know is one of my side projects, and this song is from the album Take Me Home that was released about 1.5 years ago. And again, as you could hear in the intro, this is not a shred solo. We talked about this stuff when I explained to you the Stairway to the Sky solo. But again, this solo is more about how to deliver the notes and how to deliver the melodies and add personality to it. At the end of this lesson I will play this solo zombie version, and with zombie version I mean without any life, without any color, without any, it doesn't sound that great. And one of the things that I want to achieve today is that you get the idea, the realization that, a solo is not just about the notes, but it's maybe even more so how you play those notes. Let's take a look at the opening of this solo. There are some techniques going on, and I really like to play slides. Since I'm more into making videos about my own solos, I've come to the realization that I like slides, and that's one of the things, for me at least, personally, that adds some life to a certain note. So what happens here is I play some vibrato and I play some slides. If I wouldn't do that, this melody sounds pretty dull. It's exactly the same melody and I play exactly the same position on my guitar, yet this sounds bleh. On to the next part. I've said it before, playing a string band and a vibrato can be quite tricky, especially for beginners. First you have to make sure that your note is in pitch, so that you bend it exactly one note up, or a half step up, and then you have to add a vibrato. And it can get quite wobbly sometimes. One of the things that I also suggest is that you practice your vibrato, because there are quite a lot of guitar players who have only one flavor of vibrato. They either go really fast and wide or, completely the opposite. But I think that it's pretty important to have your vibrato in control, because different tempos, different moods of songs require different types of vibrato. What I do here, this last note, I keep it still. But at the moment that the hi-hat comes in, Leo Margaret from Pain of Salvation, amazing drummer, he enters his drum beat by playing a little fill on his hi-hat. And I thought, that could be cool to maybe follow that with my vibrato. And for the next part I use a ghost note. A ghost note is a note that is really, really short, but it's there. But it's so short that you almost don't register it. So I play a very quick hammer on. The rest of the lick goes like this. And you see that I play a string bend with my index finger this time. So that's also a tip, a little piece of advice to practice your string bends with different fingers. On to the next part. Maybe you've noticed that this solo also has a lot of silence in between certain notes, like in this part. I think that silence is also very important in trying to achieve, some kind of climax or some build-up in your solo. And I chose to add a little bit of vibrato on this note. On those two notes actually. And in tempo, again, it's all about these small details, I think, which can make a solo just a little bit nicer. The next bit is a run starting on the B note. And as you can hear, I end that little thing with a chromatic pull-off. Pull-off lick. Almost at the end. I play some staccato notes there, and staccato is an Italian term to play a note very short instead of legato, which means that you play a note very long. This is the difference. Staccato and legato. Another flavor. That's almost sweep picking, and you know every guitar player wants to sweep pick because that's impressive. Not to girls, but to other guitar players. So this is the guitar solo, and I must admit that I'm pretty proud of this one because it was completely improvised when I was recording it. Not this final version, because the first version was a little bit sloppy, but the melodies and the way I played it, that's how I improvised it. So that's pretty cool, I think. I hope that you realize now that it's not so much about which notes that you play and how fast, but the way you play it. I've already talked about this when I was showing you the Stairway to the Sky solo, and it applies also to this solo. And as promised, now I'll be playing the same solo, zombie version. To me, this isn't that great. The notes are there, the melody is there, but life has been sucked out of it. So again, I really think it's important that you experiment with making notes and melodies come more alive by adding all these typical guitaristic techniques. Guitaristic techniques, that's a word from now on. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you learned some stuff from it, and you know, like, subscribe, you know, blah blah blah. We all know how it works now. I hope to see you again in the future. See you later. Take care and bye bye.